7 Morning News with Mike Amor.
Good morning, welcome to 7 News. Victorian firefighters have entered their 49th day of battle in what Premier Steve Bracks has called the state's worst bushfire crisis. The out-of-control flames have destroyed 1 million hectares and have crossed the border into New South Wales. They're now laying siege to the ski resort of Thredbo. We have reporters there and in the Victorian town of Mansfield, and our update this morning begins with 7 News reporter Gemma Haynes in Thredbo. Gemma, more than 700 tourists were evacuated from the village yesterday, but it's been raining. Has that eased the fire threat?
It certainly has, loved ones and their homes.
Absolutely, and we don't want a repeat of that. Thank you very much, Gemma. Gemma Haynes there in Thredbo. To Victoria now, and 7 reporter Trent Evans is in Mansfield in the state's northeast. Trent, the bushfire crisis is dragging on. You've been in the region for much of that time. Is there any sign of a reprieve? There's fresh controversy this morning over another Australian Islamic leader. A UK documentary has aired disturbing video of a Sydney sheikh urging Muslim parents to teach their children to become martyrs. Well, it's been another big night at the Australian Tennis Open in Melbourne, and for the full wash-up we're joined now by 7 Sport reporter Dylan Howard. And Dylan, the big news this morning is the Open has lost its crowd favourite, Marcus Baghdatis. A new international study has found housing affordability in some of Australia's capital cities is among the lowest in the Western world. It claims Australians pay almost 7 times their annual income to buy their homes. Sydney is the 7th most unaffordable housing market, worse than London and New York. Perth and Hobart are in 11th and 20th place. Los Angeles has the world's least affordable homes. Keith Urban has spoken publicly for the first time about his 3-month stint in alcohol rehab. The musician posted a message on his website thanking his fans and wife, Nicole Kidman, for their support. 7 News correspondent Nick Etchells is in our US bureau. Good morning. What did he have to say, Nick?
With Mike Amor.
Good morning. An abalone diver is recovering in hospital after being attacked by a great white shark off the New South Wales south coast. 41-year-old Eric Nerhus has a broken nose and cuts after finding himself in the jaws of the 3-metre shark at Cape Howe.
Remarkable condition after the horrendous thing that he's gone through.
Experts say the shark probably mistook Mr Nerhus for a seal and released him when he realised its mistake. Joining us now to talk about the threat and the risk to swimmers is shark expert and documentary filmmaker Ben Kropp. Good morning, Ben.
Yes, good morning, Mike.
Firstly, this bloke is very lucky, isn't he?
Extremely lucky to have the presence of mind to reach out with his spare hand and poke it in the eye. It's a 1 in a million that you would have that chance.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, to have the presence of mind to do that. I'd be thrashing around like a madman. Do you think that's what caused it to let him go?
Yes, it would have. Even thrashing around might have made the shark release him. But when you thrash around, those teeth rip through you and do a lot more damage. So poking him in the eye, if you've got that opportunity, would be the best thing. But that's rare.
Ben, are shark attacks in Australia becoming more common?
Only because there's more people in the water. That's the only reason. Just a few more attacks, that's all.
Are the colder waters we've been experiencing recently drawing sharks closer to shore, do you think?
I don't think so. What we're getting is a very unusual cold waters, like 14, 15 degrees. And normally sharks migrate north when it's cold, but obviously they haven't done that. Their clock is sort of saying, hang around still.
In Victoria, a ranger is calling for water police to be armed with rifles to shoot sharks sighted in waters populated with swimmers. What do you think of that idea?
That is stupid, Mike. Absolute stupid. I mean, it's archaic. It's something we would have done 40 years ago, but not now.
Do you worry about there being hysteria now that there has been an attack like this?
It always happens after an attack, but it's very brief, and usually even the victim will say, hey, don't go out and kill that shark. You know, I was in his territory.
Yeah, we wait to hear from this man. I'm sure he's going to have a very interesting story. Thank you very much for your time, Ben Kropp.
Thank you, Mike.
A chilling message from a man claiming to represent Al-Qaeda in Australia has been left on the answering machine of an Arab Australian newspaper. The caller threatens to destroy the paper's headquarters in Sydney and Melbourne and kill Iraqis living in Australia. The acting world's elite are gathering right now on the red carpet outside the Beverly Hilton, where the Golden Globes are about to begin. It's the first big award ceremony of the season, honouring the best in television and movies. And our man in Hollywood today is 7 correspondent Nick Etchells. Have a look at him, isn't he handsome? Good morning, Nick. How's the star spotting going?
Well, the digital camera is having a bit of a rest right now.